All right, gentlemen, we went over the rules upstairs. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Have a great fight. Touch them up.
Okay, so we're starting round one for this junior welterweight
right
title.
Off the touch. Contrada comes in with a low kick.
Stergos Mikkios is the current champion. Both guys have identical records of 6-3. You know, it looks like Contrada is really trying to keep himself relaxed.
Yep. Oh, nice spin. Nice.
And these guys do have 5 rounds to go because this is a title fight. Stergos with a good counter, a catch and counter. Contrada is a little square.
A little square.
Stergos really going into, you know, the clinch position here, but trying to lean his body weight on Contrada, but Contrada like using a lot of his own weight as well.
To keep Stergos down, yeah.
Both guys throwing a lot into those knees. You can hear them kind of like grimacing and yeah.
Jockeying for position too in that corner.
Nothing really landing solid here because they're nullifying a lot of their own movements by stepping out to the side. Stergos ducks under with good head movement.
Needs to get
nice
himself
right hand
out of that
lands.
corner.
You see him rolling, trying to roll under those punches and he lands a hook that ends that exchange. Nice leg kick.
Contrada's got to commit more to those right side leg kicks. He's not turning the shin over.
Yeah. Which is leaving his head straight up in the middle.
And he's got to shut his mouth.
Yeah, he's leaving his head right in the middle there. And that ends the first round of this junior welterweight title fight between Stergos Mikkios and Joey Contrada. Big first round, you know, some heavy leather and some good right hands thrown by Contrada. Stergos doing a good head movement, putting his combinations together well. I don't know, it might be even that round. What do you think, Gavin?
I'm seeing it more to Stergos because his head movement, Contrada's not really landing as much as that's effectual. Stergos was popping his head back. In the clinch, I think Contrada's got smart maneuvers as far as, like you say, keeping his hands high, keeping his weight on top of Stergos, so Stergos can't get those knees to the body. He wants to keep Stergos at that level. He wants to keep him lower. Contrada's got to relax. He's got to start turning stuff over.
Nice evasion. Contrada really looking to keep Stergos back with his punches. Stergos just runs in, lands a big knee here. Stergos bringing his arms on the inside. Pulls his arms on the inside, going for the dominant head position.
He's got to get around him and get outside.
Yeah, he's being able to have a lot more leverage if you're not leaning up against the ropes. Contrada really trying to keep Stergos there. Just keep him either against the ropes or in that corner. Just, that's exhausting, you know. It's not like a boxing clinch where you're just kind of using it for rest. It's a very active clinch. Nice evasion, good head movement there by Stergos, keeping his hands up, keeping his guard up and moving his head. Contrada, those big shots, just 1-2s, 1-2s. Stergos rolling with his punches though.
Big shots, but that right leg is way back behind him. It's leashing those punches.
Yeah,
he's
so
losing power.
He's throwing from his shoulders as opposed from, you know, pivoting from his foot and his torso. I see what you mean, Gavin.
Yep.
Yeah, and that was a big right hand, though. Nice right hand lands over the top by Stergos.
And the thing is, when he gets that wide out, he loses his big advantage, which is his height.
Yeah.
And it makes it so Stergos doesn't have to headhunt because he's bringing his head down to his level. And you can see Stergos is catching shots in the head. He shouldn't be that easy for him to do it.
What does concern me, though, is Sergio could lose this fight because of the fact that the active aggression and Contrada moving him back. But now Sergio is moving Contrada back, throwing some nice combinations.
Beautiful
those uppercuts
combinations.
landing right down the
Nice
middle.
knees. And again, we're seeing like Stergos, he's a seasoned showman.
Yeah. Here we go, starting the third round of this title fight. Mikkios slips, he just lets them know, I'm all right, I'm okay, I slipped. Lands a right hand there. He's trying to move to the outside, pivoting in and out, moving away from the range of Contrada. So he's just using his boxing now. Whenever he gets an opportunity to come in with his boxing, steps out, steps away, but steps into the ropes. Nice stiff jab that lands there. Sergio's again,
Good
combinations. The
Great
uppercut.
combination, like a la Zambides. You know, just a good 2-3 punches coming back with a low kick.
Rolling under, rolling under. Nice stiff jab that lands by Contrada. Another nice right hand snaps Contrada's head back.
Contrada's got to stay at his range.
Contrada now trying to let his hands go.
There he goes.
Sergio takes another stiff jab. And what works for Sergio is when he does throw a shot and then move in and out. The second he stands there and freezes, it gives Contrada an opportunity to throw a lot more. Also, what works for Sergio is when he throws his punches off of his head movement.
Yep. Good, solid boxing base.
Oh, another right hand that lands by Contrada.
And he's finding his range here in the third round.
Oh, knee lands. Knee lands by Contrada. Oh, big right hand. Now Sergio's with his hands down. He's got to keep those hands up.
Great head movement.
Oh, beautiful head movement, and that ends our third round between these guys. I mean, it's. All right, fight fans, we are starting the fourth round here. Stergos, you know, trying to use that movement, not stand still, and not be a target, an open target for Contrada. Well, it was great movement there by Stergos. As you can see, he threw the kick, he missed, and then he got out of the way when he was vulnerable, which is a great technique, just to not stand there after you miss something. Oh, nice right hand lands.
He's got to start coming in behind that jab, though. You can't just throw the kicks, especially when you're a shorter opponent.
Yeah, you've got to set it up, you know, because it's too easy to see. Contrada just trying to keep Stergos in an area and keep him there and just kind of hold him and stop his movement. Tanscanzo breaking them up, bringing them back to the center of the ring, which is really where Stergos wants to be.
Again, single shotting those kicks, minimally effective.
That was good because it came behind the jab, so he landed that.
Yep.
Big right hand snaps Contrada's head back. Oh, another big right hand. Oh, leg kick. He slipped on that.
Yep.
And again, like we've had several fights tonight, the mat, it's definitely a lot slippery.
It's a little bit wet.
Yeah.
Beautiful right uppercut. Oh.
Yeah, it was just really putting a lot of sting on those punches. And that ends our excellent sportsmanship there as we go into the fifth and final round of this junior welterweight title bout. Stergos being the current champion right now. Contrada trying to take that belt away from him.
And Stergos has to make this the deciding round right here. He really
does,
has to.
because even though he does have heavy hands, we see that Joey has been pushing forward pretty much this entire fight. Nice combination, nice hand combination by Stergos. Stergos using the uppercuts and using well, but I've got to say he does headhunt quite a bit.
A lot.
He hasn't really gone to the body much, which is weird because, when you are the shorter fighter, that body is right there for you.
Easy to hit.
Stergos, slightly getting frustrated because Joey's just staying on him. Nice combinations here by Stergos. You can see that uppercut has been landing for him all night.
Oh,
big right hand. Stergos, getting frustrated by getting hit. You see he puts his hands down, just kind of tells him you're not hurting me, but those are scoring.
The judges see that,
yeah,
and that's also leaving yourself open.
Ooh!
Ooh. Almost onto the ring card,
almost
girls.
landing, yeah. Stergos' corner is just telling him to press the action and continue to move forward.
Following that jab in and coming in with that right uppercut, it's a great plan. He's got to stick to it.
Joey Contrada walking in with a big heavy jab, just pushing Stergos back into that side, that corner of the ropes. The crowd just like screaming for both guys. They're just pushing to the end. And that ends the 5th.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of action here at the Broad Street Ballroom, we go to the judges' scorecards, and they read as follows. Judge A scores the bout 48-47 for Mikkios. Judge B scores the bout 49-46 for Contrada. And Judge C scores the bout 48-47 for your winner by split decision. And the new Friday Night Fight Junior Welterweight Champion, Joey Contrada.
And Joey Contrada takes home the Junior Welterweight title this evening. I would say, like I said, I had 2 for Stergos. I had 2 for Joey Contrada. There was 1 round, probably the 3rd round, which was the deciding factor here. It was definitely Joey's pressure and forward movement that had him winning this fight, I believe. I think that was the deciding factor.